When people think of Japan, they might think bright lights, cars, or even Godzilla himself. I will be sharing some information about the Japanese culture and how they can be different from us Americans in their own unique way. I've always been interested in the Japanese culture and would like to visit the country someday, so before I do that, I've done some research on the country itself. First, I'll tell you about the country. Second, I'll tell you about some of the cultural aspects. And last, I'll tell you about some of the unique communication behaviors. Let me begin my speech by telling you a little bit about the country itself. The country is made of 4 distinct islands and 4,000 smaller islands that surround it. All 4 seasons are experienced in Japan, including typhoons in August and in September. The terrain is mountainous, with cities along all the coast of all 4 islands. According to culturegrams.com, it is one of the largest economies, even with few natural resources and with them importing most of their raw materials. The U.S. is the biggest trading partner of Japan. Now some of the cultural aspects. They're known for kabuki theater shows. As stated in the book Culture and Customs of Japan, kabuki theater started in the early 17th century. Kabuki plays originally were variety shows that featured music and dance, and over time evolved into more dramatic plays. Kabuki plays were very visual, with costumes, wigs, and even special makeup for certain characters. Tea ceremonies are another important aspect of the Japanese culture. In America, we enjoy tea, but to the Japanese, there are more set rules to enjoying that tea. Specific rules not only on how to prepare the tea, but also how to walk in, hold the tea, and even how to sit down among other steps. Today, lessons in the tea ceremony are popular in culture centers all over Japan. Now I'll tell you some unique communication behaviors. A bow is a traditional greeting in Japan. Japanese do shake hands, however. Not all Japanese accept bowing from foreigners, so a handshake would be more acceptable. Culturegram.com writes that family is the foundation of Japanese society and is bound by a strong sense of reputation, obligation, and responsibility. The Japanese put work and career above family and life, though. Employers expect their employees to dedicate a large amount of time to their work and career, so spending time with their family can be very difficult for many. Being blunt is not how they communicate, but rather through subtle hints of hope that the other person can sense their feelings through their tone of voice. The Japanese are seldom, quiet, and traditional people. I've told you some unique communication behaviors of the Japanese. Now I'll conclude my speech. First, I told you about the country itself. Then I told you some cultural aspects of the country. And finally, I told you about a few communication behaviors. I plan to visit Japan someday. And I hope after the speech, you want to as well.